So you're reading the first. Hi, I'm Mary Hall.
I'm Maddie Youngblood, reporting for PBHY News. Today is Thursday, May 21st, 2015. Now in world news. The 5-month battle to choose President Barack Obama's next Attorney General came to a close call Thursday when the Senate finally voted to confirm Loretta Lynch. The 56-43 vote makes Lynch the first African-American female Attorney General in the U.S. history. Lynch has earned a reputation as a highly qualified but low-profile prosecutor who has a good relationship with the law enforcement and a history of handling tough cases well. Check out this clip of Lynch being sworn into office.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about time. It's about time this woman is being sworn in. It's about time. All right, I want you to put your left hand in the Bible and raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Loretta Elizabeth Lynch,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
Now let's check in with weather.
Hi, I'm Hannah Powell reporting for HPBY Weather. So today we're looking at this cold front coming through from the northwest, and as you can see, it has some low pressure systems around, and there's a high pressure system over here near Raleigh in New York, and a little bit of precipitation down here over in the southwest, but generally it's looking pretty clear in the Cincinnati area. Looking at the regional temperatures, again with that cold front coming through, it's a little colder over here, but down in Cincinnati and Charleston area, it's looking pretty hot in the mid-80s. And then moving on, we've got some cloud coverage over here in the west. Again with the cold front coming through, there's going to be some rain and precipitation, but looking pretty clear in the Cincinnati area and down here in the southeast. And today's temperatures, we're looking at about 86. It's partly cloudy, and we've got some storms coming, but generally it's looking pretty clear and sunny. And then tonight, it's about 64, again, partly cloudy. The temperature's just dropping a little bit. And then on Saturday, we've got some precipitation, and it's heating up to 85, so it's pretty hot, but again, that rain will kind of cool it down a little bit. And then today's temperatures, it's going to get pretty hot around 5 o'clock. That's the high at 86. And it's cooling down a little bit with night, but generally just getting down to about 76. And then looking at the 7-day forecast, you can see that on Friday there's a high of 86 and a low of 56. Saturday we've got some showers with a high of 85 and a low of 64. Sunday, more showers with a high of 84 and a low of 65. Monday, some rain with a high of 82 and 65, and then cooling down throughout the week. With Tuesday a little bit sunnier, but then a high of 72 and a low of 58. Wednesday a high of 67 and a low of 48. And then Thursday it's getting even cooler with a high of 70 and a low of 46. Again, I'm Hannah Powell reporting for HPBY Weather. Thanks.
In New York, a 70-year-old woman was arrested in an airport for smuggling cocaine. Authorities said that the 70-year-old Olive Fowler seemed nervous when she arrived in New York from Guyana. Customs border and protection officers escorted her to a private room in the airport and found the cocaine while they were searching her. Officials estimate that the drugs have a street value of more than $73,000. She is now facing federal narcotics smuggling charges. Here is a public service announcement about the dangers of texting and driving.
A manager of a fast food restaurant in Texas has been offered her job back after saying she was fired because she wouldn't pay back the nearly $400 she turned over from the store's register during an armed robbery. Popeye's manager, Marissa Holcomb, is pregnant and has 3 children while the armed man demanded money from the safe, but she could only open the registers. Holcomb was then fired because she broke store policy by leaving too much money in the register. Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen corporate office says it regrets the way the situation was handled. Holcomb isn't sure if she will return. Now in local news with you, Mary.
Another ice cream maker pulled all of its products off shelves and halted sales on April 23rd. Jenny's Splendid Ice Creams, which is based in Ohio, said that it was recalling all of its ice cream sorbets and ice cream sandwiches and closing all of its shops for now. One sample randomly tested by the Nebraska Department of Agriculture was tested positive for listeria. The Food and Drug Administration confirmed Thursday night that it is investigating the situation. Now let's check in with sports.
Hi, I'm Ben Green reporting from the PBHY News Center, and we're bringing you the news for May 21st, 2015. Now in sports. Then the San Francisco Giants won their 3rd game in a row against the Cincinnati Reds on Sunday afternoon with a 9-8 victory. The Giants' closer, Santiago Casilla, came on in the bottom of the 9th inning with a 1-run lead and needed only 9 pitches to secure the win. Casilla then struck out Marlon Byrd, Brandon Phillips, and Jay Bruce on the minimum amount of pitches needed. Melbourne Victory sealed glory in an 8-league grand final with a 3-0 win over Sydney FC. But FFA chairman Frank Lowy stole their thunder with an astonishing tumble off the presentation podium. The 84-year-old saw the presentation put on hold as he received medical attention. Fortunately, he was able to stand up after a while to complete the ceremony, and he then left the pitch without assistance. Now let's check in with Indian Hill Soccer in this clip.
This is Emma Bell, and I'm going to talk about soccer. Soccer is a sport played between 2 teams of 11 players with a ball. It is the world's most popular sport where it is played in over 200 countries. The game is played on a rectangular field with a goal at the end of each side. The object of the game is to score on your opponent's goal by getting the ball in the net.
Strategy involved in it. I mean, you don't get to see the strategy in soccer and a lot of other sports like football and hockey where it's just mindlessly tackling people and sweaty people jumping on top of each other.
While on the field, the players are able to use any part of the body to touch the ball except for the hands and arms. The goalkeepers are the only ones allowed to use the hands while on the field, but have a restricted area as to where they can and cannot. A player is allowed to use their hands when they are throwing it back in play if the ball is to go out of bounds. The 4 basic positions while on the field are strikers, midfielders, defenders, and goalkeeper. When playing soccer, each player needs the proper safety equipment. This includes cleats, shin guards, socks, and if you're the goalkeeper, then goalie gloves.
I'm the goalie of the team. I really like it. It's a lot of fun.
During a game, there is usually 2 side refs and 1 main referee. The lengths of the games all depend on age and level of play. Soccer is played by millions of people and is loved all around the world. This has been Emma Bell reporting for IHTN News.
5-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman Justin Smith announced his decision to retire on Monday after an excellent 14-year NFL career. After spending his first 7 years as a pro in Cincinnati, Smith became a fixture in the trenches for the 49ers amid the franchise's resurgence in recent years. The 35-year-old veteran, who missed just 3 regular season games over a course of his entire career, was a force against both the pass and on the run. Check in with volleyball in this clip.
Hi, this is Mary Hall for IHTN News. Today we're going to look into the world of volleyball. Volleyball is a team sport in which 2 teams of 6 players are separated by a net. The complete rules are very long, but to put it simply, a player begins a rally by serving the ball or tossing it and then hitting it with their hand. from behind the back boundary line, over the net, and then into the receiving team's court.
So the most important thing I think in volleyball is teamwork because in order to get bump set spike to work, really everyone needs to work together. And I love the people on my team, so it really makes it easy to all cooperate and just have a good time while we play.
The receiving team must not let the ball touch the ground within their court. The team may touch the ball up to 3 times, but individual players may not touch the ball twice in a row. A number of techniques like spiking and blocking have evolved in volleyball. Because these plays are made above the top of the net, the vertical jump is an athletic skill emphasized in this sport. Also, passing, setting, and other specialized player positions like offensive and defensive structures play an essential role in volleyball. Okay.
The thing I like most about volleyball, I think, is that not unlike tennis, every single time the ball is in the air, someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. There's going to be a point scored every time the ball is served. I like that. It keeps the viewer on the edge of his seat, really. It keeps him engaged the whole time we're watching the game. But unlike tennis, it's a team sport, so everyone's in it together. So if you lose the point or get the point, it's a team effort. That's why I like volleyball.
That's all for today. This is Mary Hall reporting from IHTN News. Have a great day, everyone.
That's all for sports.
In Forest Park police say a student was found with a loaded gun at Winton Woods Intermediate School Thursday morning. 2 students told a teacher after the 11-year-old student showed them the loaded gun in a school bathroom. Officers said the gun had 1 bullet which was not in the chamber. Police said the student did not intend to use the gun and it took it to the school after playing a video game. The student was charged with carrying a concealed weapon and having a gun in a school zone, both felonies. Detectives said the school district would handle disciplinary action against the student. Recently, the Latin department went on a trip to Italy. Let's check that out.
Okay, well, the Italy trip was a lot of fun, but the The superintendent of Forest Hills School District has been accused by some teachers of unethical interference in the classroom. Essentially, those teachers who signed a letter asking for an investigation alleged that Superintendent Dallas Jackson tossed out test scores in one class because his son had scored poorly on the exam. Many parents are very uneasy about the situation, but they don't want to accuse him until the results of the investigation are made public. More results will show up late Monday night after the Forest Hills Board meets and figures out what the results are. My name is Mary Hall.
And my name's Maddie Youngblood, reporting for PBHY News. Have a great day,
Have a
everyone.
great day. Oh, wait. Here's some entertainment.
Hi, this is Emma Bell here with PBHY Network, here to catch you up with some entertainment news. Starting off, after 13 years, American Idol has been canceled due to continuous rating drops. On Monday, Fox announced that it would cancel the long-running series after its 15th season. Many are sad as the show was once the #1 program in television, leading the season-end ratings for 8 years in a row. The final season will air next year. Now in movies, Pitch Perfect 2 is out in theaters after Pitch Perfect was a huge success. The movie follows a wardrobe malfunction from Fat Amy, causing the a cappella group the Barden Bellas suspended from performing. In order to regain the status, the Bellas enter the international competition where no American team has won. Most of the original cast has come back to reprise their role from the first movie. Elizabeth Banks has directed this movie and it should become a huge success. Lastly, on Saturday, March 28th, Hollywood stars and fan favorites took over the orange carpet and took away orange blooms at Nickelodeon's 28th Annual Kids' Choice Awards. The awards took place in Los Angeles and was hosted by recording artist/actor and kids pick from favorite male singer Nick Jonas. More than 500 million votes were received from kids all around, which is a record breaking from previous years. That has been your entertainment news for today. Back to you guys in the studio.